The 3-year war in Yemen has reached what could be a crucial turning point, the battle for the port of Hodeidah. The outgoing UN High Commissioner for Human Rights is concerned.
I emphasize my grave worry regarding the Saudi and Emirati-led coalition's ongoing attacks in Hodeidah, which could result in enormous civilian casualties and have a disastrous impact on life-saving humanitarian aid to millions of people, which comes through the port.
Nearly 200 people have been killed since the offensive for the important Red Sea port began on Wednesday, and nearly 5,000 families forced to flee their homes, says the UN.
We suffer from the aerial raids and the cruel aggression and the indiscriminate shelling that goes on 24/7. This has led us to leave our areas. We don't have food. We don't have humanitarian support. The organizations concerned do nothing for us. We're sick. I'm hurt and my body suffers a lot.
Shuttle diplomacy by the UN Special Envoy to Yemen and efforts to obtain a ceasefire have failed so far. Martin Griffiths has been in the capital Sana'a holding talks with the warring parties. The United Arab Emirates, which is part of the coalition against Houthi fighters along with Saudi Arabia, says precautions are being taken to protect civilians.
We are careful not to hit surrounding residential areas so as not to hurt the people there. The current fight for the airport suits us for two reasons. The first is it gives us an opportunity to advance and avoid as much as we can the civilians. Secondly, it gives the international envoy a chance to have his say before leaving Sana'a.
Since the intervention of the coalition to back government forces 3 years ago, at least 10,000 Yemenis have been killed, tens of thousands injured, and millions displaced. The port of Hodeidah handles 70% of Yemen's imports, including life-saving aid. A big chunk of that aid has often been shipped through the port of Djibouti behind me, but not since the offensive began. UN staff say 2 shipments they sent to Hodeidah this week had to be returned after failing to obtain clearance from the Saudi-led coalition. They now say they're quickly running out of storage space for the consignments of aid that continue to arrive and can't leave for where they're needed most. On Monday, the management of Hodeidah port said it was operating normally.
All commercial shipments arriving at the port are well-known shipments that are arriving from well-known ports. The claims made by the coalition that shipment of arms have arrived to the port are null and void. The current military campaign aims at targeting the port. The coalition countries know well that the port has no military activities at all and is not involved at all in any arms shipment.
The UN has called Yemen the world's worst humanitarian crisis, and the battle for Hodeidah and its effects could make it even worse. Mohammed, Adow, Al Jazeera, Djibouti.